96.7 KCAL rocks right here on your Monday, a muggy Monday that may be. It's time to talk some sports with our guy, Pep. What's going on, Pep?
Hey, well, you could say it's muggy here, but the Suns are really feeling the heat right now.
Ooh.
Milwaukee now up 3-2 in the NBA Finals. And think about this, guys. Not too long ago, we were talking about Phoenix winning the first 2 games of the series, and we were talking about our old Suns and 4 guy. We're like, hey, is this going to be a sweep? Is Phoenix just going to run past Milwaukee? Well, the Bucks have won 3 in a row, and now it's Milwaukee who's 1 win away from securing that NBA title. Game 6 will be tomorrow night in Milwaukee.
Boy, Milwaukee being down 0-2 or whatever is such a distant memory, but for them to go into Phoenix and get a game, that is a major blow to the Suns, I feel.
I mean, what has the swing been from games 1 and 2 all the way through the next 3? What has been different here?
Is it Chris Paul? Like 40 says, he's hard on Chris Paul. When Chris Paul was not showing up in the beginning of that game, I was like, 40 is calling it again. Oh.
Yeah, because if you look at it, the Bucks, they've got Giannis being Giannis. Like, he's putting up these monster numbers, 40 points, 13 rebounds, like incredible numbers. Chris Middleton has stepped up, and the guy who's really been huge for Milwaukee has been Drew Holiday. I mean, he's been fantastic. But when you look at Phoenix, Devin Booker's been off the hook. I mean, he's been going for 40 plus. But who's that other guy? Chris Paul has kind of been like that invisible man. You know what I mean? Like, you need someone else to kind of help you carry that load. You can't do all the damage yourself. And when you look at Milwaukee, they've got several guys kind of spreading that wealth on the offensive end. And Phoenix, I think they just kind of look at Devin Booker like, okay, what are you going to do? What are you going to do this time? Down the court. How are you going to, make it another incredible play? Who else is going to step up? Who wants the basketball?
Yeah, they stop Booker. It's big trouble for the Suns. But I mean, getting that game in Milwaukee now, in Phoenix, now Milwaukee, and now they have to go to Milwaukee to win or it's over.
Well, I mean, that was kind of my point with the Chris Paul thing. It's like, look, Devin Booker is automatic. He seems to put up 40 points like it's nothing. But then coming into the playoffs, all I was hearing was everybody talking about how this is Chris Paul's team. My point was, no. Chris Paul is Robin to Devin Booker Batman. Devin Booker is the Suns.
And that's the way it looks. So, I mean, unless Chris Paul plays well in Milwaukee, it looks like it's over.
Right?
Yeah, and you know what? Chris Paul has been so good for so long, and we were so excited to see him in the NBA Finals for the first time. It's like, man, he is such a great veteran player. Like, there's no way he's going to let this chance get away from him, this opportunity to win an NBA championship. But here we are. We're going back to Milwaukee, and all the Bucks have to do is win one. That was a huge win on the road in Phoenix this past weekend, and now it looks like Milwaukee might be able to get it done and get that NBA championship.
Wow.
Unbelievable. So we're talking NBA Finals here, but guys, in less than a week, actually this Sunday, Team USA, the men's basketball team, will make their Olympic debut at the Tokyo Olympics as they take on France on Sunday. And I feel a little bit better considering the United States, after losing those first 2 exhibition games, and we're all kind of like rolling our eyes like, oh my gosh, what is happening here? But they've won 2 in a row in exhibition play, including against Spain, which has Marc Gasol, Pau Gasol, Ricky Rubio. They got some NBA guys, and they're ranked. Spain is ranked number 2 in the world, and the USA beat them. It wasn't exactly pretty, but they beat them, so it builds at least a little bit more momentum before we get to Tokyo.
Are they picking and choosing these games when they really want to play or something?
I think what it was is the secret to my weekend as well. We all watched Space Jam 2 and learned that we need to have fun over fundamentals, guys.
My kids and 40 watched it this weekend.
Yeah, to be honest, my daughter was watching it at home, and I just couldn't get into it. Like, I couldn't do it.
Oh, Cameo Palooza. Come on.
I wanted to, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to stick to the real thing for now. I'm going to watch the Suns and the Bucks. But yeah, I mean, Team USA, you got a bunch of stars. They don't have all the stars. Think about just the guys in the NBA playoffs. Well, Giannis is Greek, but you still got Devin Booker for the Suns, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton for the Bucks. Like, those are more guys that could be representing the Stars and Stripes. So, and there's a lot of guys, let's say like a Kawhi Leonard or a LeBron James, who've opted out. They're not playing. Yep. So even though we do have some great players from Team USA, it's not like the full complement of guys. Like, we could have a real dream team.
This is our B squad.
Pretty much.
and
kind
Dame.
of, there's a couple stars. Don't get me wrong, Dame Lillard, Kevin Durant, but then it kind of drops off.
Yeah,
So
it
they're
does.
going to get France on Sunday,
Hey,
Tokyo Olympics starting this week.
Pep, when losing Bradley Beal was a big deal,
Yeah.
that's how you can tell how good the team is.
Right.
Yes, right. You know what I mean. This is a far cry from our dream teams, but still, again, this is a great team, great NBA players, but not quite the Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird dream team. From the old original Space Jam era, if you want to put it that way for you Space Jam fans. Hey guys, to baseball, it was a very, very bizarre weekend across Major League Baseball. We had gunfire outside of the National Stadium in Washington, D.C., where the Padres were playing. They had to halt the game. They resumed it yesterday with the Padres winning. But, at the time, they had no idea if the gunfire was coming from inside the stadium or outside. And, they were clearing the players. The players were grabbing family and even some fans to bring into the dugout to keep them safe. Just a very tragic and bizarre scene. But the shooting was from outside the stadium is what they investigated and found out.
A very scary moment, obviously. I do kind of give the Nationals some credit for just, obviously you can hear the gunshots and that's what's frightening everyone, but for just putting it on the Jumbotron. Hey, there's an incident outside.
Yeah.
Stay where you are. Don't leave the stadium.
I mean,
I feel safer in the stadium, like getting behind the seats and stuff.
I think the scary thing is they weren't sure if it was inside or outside at first, so it was causing a lot of chaos.
Right.
Hey, congrats to DC for getting back to normal.
Yeah.
First in the country.
Yeah.
Come on.
Murder capital.
Yeah, the NBA basketball team, they were known as the Bullets, remember, for a long time before they went to the Wizards. But I'm glad everything, at least for the baseball players, the fans, their families, everything was okay for them inside the stadium. And then not too far from there, in New York City at the Yankee game, some fan threw a ball at the Boston Red Sox outfielder, Alex Verdugo, the former Dodger, threw a ball at him. Now this fan has been banned for life from all Major League Baseball stadiums.
Right, you can kind of tell. If you remember, probably about 7 or 8 years ago, there was a Red Sox-Yankee game where Stanton hit a home run, and a fan threw it from on top of the Green Monster, and it bounced and hit him. And everyone kind of thought, like, that's not good, but they kind of just let it pass.
It was kind of a coincidental ball and him meeting at the same time,
Now it's like, that wasn't good. That may have opened the door to this thing of chucking it at players. Not cool.
That's the thing. As the fan was getting kicked out, he was heard saying, I got him.
Got him.
But, let's take, for example, Wrigley Field, where the Cubs play. It's kind of a tradition. If a team from the other, if the opposite team, the visiting team, hits a home run, you throw the ball back out onto the field. Now, you're not necessarily taking aim at a player. You're just throwing it back out onto the field. So I don't know the exact circumstances of this fan. Maybe he was trying to hit Alex Verdugo. I'm sure Major League Baseball looked into it, but they discovered enough information to find out that, hey, this guy does not belong in any of our Major League Baseball stadiums.
I do believe I have a friend who can confirm if you throw a ball back in Anaheim, you get kicked out. Regardless whether it's the opposing team or not.
and you're gone.
Kicked out or try out. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, that guy's got a pretty good arm. Maybe we should look
my
at
buddy
that.
got kicked out.
Hey, guys, a couple quick Major League Baseball notes. Giants and Dodgers battle for first place in the National League West beginning tonight. And then also Shohei Ohtani, story of like all season long. Angels lose, but Ohtani goes deep. Home run number 34, Major League best for Shohei Ohtani yesterday, as he just keeps on mashing. I guess the home run derby did not screw up his swing.
That's fine. Hit him in the regular season. Don't worry about the derby.
I was watching that game because it was against my Mariners, and that pitch, it just goes to show how good a hitter he is. He can hit a pitch anywhere. This pitch was about 6 inches off the ground, and he just golfed it out of the stadium. I was like, this guy's unreal.
Yeah.
34 home runs already.
Yeah, you're right. It was a bad pitch, and he's like, I'm going to hit it out anyways. You threw a bad pitch. I'm going to hit it out anyways.
Just did a golf swing. Totally different swing from his normal swing and hit home run.
Oh, unbelievable. This guy.
Of course.
Every week doing something pretty cool. And then finally, guys, I call it the British Open, but I guess apparently it's the Open if you are from Europe. But the British Open, the Open finished up yesterday in England. And Colin Morikawa, who's actually from La Cañada, Flint Ridge, not too far from here, like going towards the Los Angeles area, winning the British Open at 15 under par. Guys, he's only 24, and he has 2 major championships now. We've been talking about some of these other American golfers as like the next big thing. Colin Morikawa might be the next big thing for American golf.
Well, he's the only one other than Tiger Woods to win it under 25, yeah?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That is cool.
So congratulations to him. Ricky Fowler from Murrieta Valley, he was 1 over. And Brendan Steele from UC Riverside, Hemet High School, he was 3 over par. So for Colin Morikawa to be a 15 under, man, that was a heck of a tournament.
He did it at the Open. Pep, tell him how to get your stuff.
The Open. You don't have to say it like that, but you can check out Inland Sports all over social media, the Inland Sports YouTube channel as well. We are tracking our local guys as we go to NFL training camps right around the corner, about a week and a half away now.
Thanks, Pat.